A gentle warning from a doctor who cares. As we grow older, especially beyond our 60s, many of us are told to eat more vegetables for heart health, weight control, and longevity. And while that advice is well-intentioned, not all vegetables serve us equally well, particularly for men concerned with energy levels, libido, and prostate health. I'm Dr. Mariah, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 3 decades of clinical experience. I've worked with thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I've discovered something powerful. Your plate has the potential to either restore or rob your vitality. In this video, I'll guide you through 3 common vegetables that can lower testosterone, worsen circulation, and quietly sabotage your efforts to feel strong and vibrant again. And most importantly, I'll show you 3 better choices that can bring energy, confidence, and hormonal balance back into your life. So stay with me. What you'll hear may surprise you, but it might also change your life. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. Soy, a silent hormonal disruptor for men over 60. As a physician who has spent decades supporting men in their 60s and beyond, I've learned that even foods labeled as healthy can sometimes have unintended effects, especially when it comes to hormonal balance. One of the most misunderstood examples is soy. Soy comes in many familiar forms: tofu, soy milk, edamame, meat substitutes, and even plant-based protein bars or sauces. It's often promoted as a heart-healthy alternative to animal products, and in some cases it is. But for older men, soy deserves a second look. What many don't realize is that soy contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen, the primary female hormone. This can pose a real issue for aging men. Testosterone, the key hormone that supports vitality, muscle mass, energy, and sexual function. In men, naturally declines with age. Adding foods that act like estrogen into your daily meals can worsen this imbalance. Here's what this can mean in real life: a gradual loss of energy and stamina, a decline in sexual desire or performance, an increase in fatigue, even after rest. A change in body composition, with less muscle and more softness. This isn't just theoretical. Take the case of James, a 68-year-old retired school principal. He came to my office, confused and frustrated, sharp mentally but physically and emotionally drained. He'd traded in red meat for tofu and drank soy milk daily, believing he was making heart-smart choices. But his lab work told another story: low testosterone and elevated estrogen for his age. When we removed soy from his diet and replaced it with more appropriate sources of lean protein and healthy fats, the difference was dramatic. In a matter of weeks, his energy returned, his confidence improved, and his relationship with his wife, both emotionally and physically, was reinvigorated. Conclusion: soy isn't dangerous in and of itself. For certain populations, like postmenopausal women, it may even offer health benefits. But for men over 60, especially those experiencing fatigue, low libido, or hormonal symptoms, limiting soy could make a meaningful difference in how you feel each day. Up next, we'll talk about a common kitchen staple that may be quietly fueling inflammation and weakening your circulation. Don't go anywhere. Your health journey continues with the next vegetable you need to understand: processed corn products, a hidden driver of inflammation and poor circulation. Let's turn our attention to a group of foods that are nearly impossible to avoid in the modern diet, but can have serious consequences if left unchecked. Processed corn products. I'm not talking about the occasional ear of sweet corn at a summer barbecue. I mean corn syrup, corn oil, and corn starch. Ingredients found in everything from packaged snacks and cereals to margarine and salad dressings. The issue here isn't corn itself, it's the form it takes and the frequency with which it shows up in our meals. These corn derivatives are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when consumed in excess, they fuel chronic inflammation throughout the body. Now, let's be clear. Your body does need omega-6 fatty acids, but it also needs omega-3s, found in fatty fish like salmon, flax seeds, chia, and walnuts, to maintain balance. The problem is, in today's diet, we're consuming 15 to 20 times more omega-6s than omega-3s. That imbalance sets the stage for inflammation, particularly in your blood vessels, joints, and prostate. Here's what happens. Chronic inflammation damages the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries. This reduces the production of nitric oxide, a molecule essential for proper blood flow. As blood circulation weakens, you may experience erectile dysfunction, fatigue, and cold hands or feet. Inflammation can also contribute to joint pain and prostate enlargement. One of my patients, Robert, age 62, came to me exhausted and frustrated. He had switched to margarine made from corn oil, thinking it was a healthier option than butter. He snacked on low-fat crackers and cereal bars, unaware they were filled with corn syrup and starch. He was doing his best to be heart-smart but felt worse than ever. After we revamped his diet, eliminating processed seed oils and boosting his intake of omega-3 rich foods, his transformation was remarkable. Within weeks, his vascular health improved, joint pain eased, and he began experiencing morning erections again. For the first time in years, his energy returned, and he felt like himself again. Conclusion: watch for corn syrup, cornstarch, and corn oil on ingredient labels. These are inflammatory agents when overconsumed, especially in processed foods. Instead, choose whole anti-inflammatory fats, like olive oil, avocado, walnuts, and wild-caught fish. You'll not only protect your heart and prostate, but also regain the blood flow and energy that many men over 60 struggle to restore. Coming up next, the most surprising item on the list, a so-called superfood that might be blocking your body's ability to absorb the minerals needed for testosterone. Stay with me, this one catches most people off guard. Raw spinach, in large amounts, a nutrient thief in disguise. Now let's talk about a food that's earned a glowing reputation in the health world: spinach. As a doctor, I love spinach for its magnesium, folate, iron, and antioxidants. But like all powerful things, it has a caveat, especially for men over 60 who rely on it as a daily green boost. When consumed raw and in large quantities, spinach is loaded with oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that bind to minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc in your digestive tract, making it harder for your body to absorb them. This matters most when it comes to zinc, a critical nutrient for male health. Zinc plays a key role in testosterone production, prostate health, sexual function and libido, immune system strength, cognitive clarity. If your body can't absorb zinc properly, even if you're eating zinc-rich foods, you may still experience symptoms of low testosterone, such as reduced libido, sluggish energy, and diminished motivation. This scenario is more common than most people think. One patient of mine, William, age 67, came to me in great physical shape. He ran marathons, avoided junk food, and started each morning with a tall green smoothie packed with raw spinach. Yet his testosterone was low, and his zinc levels were surprisingly depleted. Despite his clean diet and disciplined habits, something wasn't adding up. When we looked closer, the raw spinach was the culprit. By switching to lightly cooked spinach, either steamed or sautéed, we dramatically reduced the oxalate content. Just that small change allowed William's body to retain more zinc. And within weeks, he noticed a real difference. His libido returned, his drive improved, and he felt truly in sync with his body again. Conclusion: spinach is still a fantastic food, but how you prepare it matters. For men over 60 and anyone focused on hormonal health, lightly cooking your spinach helps unlock its benefits while protecting your mineral levels, especially zinc, which is like gold for male vitality. Don't go just yet. Coming up next are 3 powerful vegetables that can actually boost your testosterone, circulation, and confidence. If you're ready to move from avoid to restore, the next part is where the real healing begins. 3 vegetables to eat more of, restore circulation, balance hormones, and protect testosterone. Now that we've explored which common vegetables may be working against your vitality, let's shift our focus to something more empowering: the vegetables that can actively help you feel better. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're simple, accessible, and incredibly effective when prepared correctly. As someone who has walked alongside thousands of men and women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I can tell you, the path to better health often begins in the kitchen. These 3 humble vegetables can support your hormones, circulation, prostate, and energy levels in truly powerful ways. Let's walk through them together. And stay with me, because the last one may surprise you with its benefit. Hero Vegetable 1. Beets, the circulation booster. Beets are one of the most underrated allies for men's vascular health, especially over age 60. Why? Because they're naturally rich in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule that helps relax and expand blood vessels, improving circulation throughout your entire body, from your brain to your heart to your more intimate areas. That's especially important for men experiencing erectile dysfunction, cold extremities fatigue, from poor blood flow, mental fog, due to reduced oxygen delivery. And this isn't theory, this is science. Clinical studies, including those published in the Journal of Nutrition, show that beets can lower blood pressure and enhance endothelial function. That is, the health of your arterial lining. But here's the catch. Not all beets are created equal in terms of how you prepare them. Pickled or canned beets, often packed in vinegar and sodium, lose many of their beneficial nitrates. The best approach is to enjoy beets lightly roasted, steamed, or grated raw in salads. Conclusion: for better blood flow, sharper thinking, and improved performance, beets are one of the best natural tools we have. Just make sure they're fresh and gently prepared to preserve their power. Don't go just yet. The next vegetable helps rebalance your hormones and detox excess estrogen naturally. Stay tuned for a game changer for men's hormonal health. Hero Vegetable 2. Broccoli, the hormonal equalizer. Next, let's talk about a vegetable most of us grew up with, but few realize is a hormonal powerhouse. Broccoli. For men over 60, balancing testosterone in diet and estrogen is essential. And broccoli does just that by helping your body eliminate excess estrogen. Broccoli belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family, which includes cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale, and it's especially high in a compound called sulforaphane. This naturally occurring plant chemical supports liver detoxification, lowers systemic inflammation, assists in metabolizing and clearing excess estrogen, promotes prostate health and mental clarity for men, especially those struggling with weight gain around the midsection or mood swings. This can be a game changer. But as with beets, preparation matters. Overcooking broccoli, especially in the microwave, destroys much of the sulforaphane content. Instead, lightly steam it for 3-4 minutes or enjoy it raw with a healthy dip like hummus or Greek yogurt. Robert, one of my patients from earlier, thought he was doing everything right. He ate broccoli nightly, but microwaved it until it was mushy. Once we made that small change, just steaming it lightly, he saw real improvement in his energy and urinary flow within weeks. Conclusion: broccoli isn't just good for your digestion, it's critical for maintaining hormonal balance, especially in older men. Keep it lightly cooked, and you'll unlock one of the best-kept secrets in men's health. We're not done yet. The last vegetable on our list helps preserve your testosterone by protecting it from being converted into estrogen. You won't want to miss this. Hero Vegetable 3. Mushrooms, the testosterone protector. Last but certainly not least, mushrooms. And I don't mean fancy wild varieties. I'm talking about the plain white button mushrooms you'll find at any grocery store. These mushrooms contain natural compounds that inhibit aromatase, the enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into estrogen. This is incredibly important for men over 60. As we age, aromatase activity increases, especially if there's a bit of extra weight around the belly. That means more of your precious testosterone is quietly being transformed into estrogen without your knowledge by including mushrooms in your diet. Just a few times a week, you can help your body retain more free testosterone, improve libido, motivation, and energy, support muscle preservation and mental sharpness. reduce risk of estrogen-related prostate issues. I saw this play out with William, the 67-year-old runner we discussed earlier. Even after correcting his spinach-related zinc issue, something was still off. His testosterone was being converted too quickly into estrogen. Once we added sautéed mushrooms with olive oil and garlic to his meals a few times a week, the final puzzle piece clicked into place. His confidence, energy, and even voice tone shifted within a month. Conclusion: mushrooms act like bodyguards for your testosterone, helping it stay active and available. They're easy to add to meals and incredibly protective, especially as we age. Great job sticking with this. We're not quite done. Up next, I'll share one powerful bonus mineral that few people talk about but could dramatically raise your free testosterone. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Final thoughts: eat smart, age strong. As we wrap up this discussion, I want to leave you with one essential truth. Vegetables can either support or sabotage your hormones, depending on how you choose and prepare them. For decades, we've been told to just eat more veggies, and while that's a good rule, in general, when it comes to male vitality, especially after age 60, we need to take a more targeted and thoughtful approach. What works for a 30-year-old may not work the same way for someone navigating the hormonal shifts of later life. Let's quickly review what we've learned, what to limit or prepare carefully. Soy, tofu, soy milk, edamame contains phytoestrogens that can mimic estrogen and lower testosterone in men. Be cautious of hidden soy in processed snacks and meat substitutes. Processed corn products, corn syrup, corn oil, cornstarch. These are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can lead to chronic inflammation and impair blood flow, especially to the prostate and sexual organs. Raw spinach, in large amounts, loaded with oxalates that bind to zinc, one of the most important minerals for testosterone production. Lightly cooking spinach helps preserve zinc and overall mineral absorption. Conclusion: these aren't inherently bad foods, but for men over 60, their effect is on hormonal health and energy must be respected. A few strategic swaps can make a world of difference. But don't click away yet. The good news is coming next. What to add generously and prepare wisely. Beets, rich in nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a key molecule that improves blood flow, lowers blood pressure, and supports performance and energy. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, which helps detox excess estrogen and supports hormonal balance. Just remember, don't overcook it. Steam it gently or eat it raw to get the benefits. Mushrooms, especially white button mushrooms, act as natural aromatase inhibitors, meaning they prevent testosterone from being converted into estrogen. They protect the testosterone you already have. Think of them as internal bodyguards. Conclusion: these everyday vegetables, when prepared properly, can dramatically improve your energy, libido, mental clarity, and prostate health. And the best part? They're inexpensive, accessible, and require no prescription. Still with me? Good! Because I saved one of the most underrated testosterone-boosting tips for last. Bonus tip: the power of boron. Let's talk about a little-known mineral that can make a big impact on your hormone profile, especially for men struggling with low energy or poor libido. The mineral is boron. Boron works by reducing levels of SHBG, sex hormone-binding globulin, a protein that latches onto testosterone and renders it inactive. By lowering SHBG, boron increases free testosterone, the form your body actually uses to build muscle, fuel drive, and enhance mood. You don't need fancy supplements. You can find boron naturally in dates, raisins, avocados. Adding a handful of raisins to your breakfast, a few dates to your smoothie, or half an avocado to your salad could amplify the benefits of all the other changes you're making. It's a small step with a big ripple effect. Conclusion: if you're doing all the right things but still feeling low, adding boron-rich foods might be the secret to unlocking real change. And it's a safe, natural way to support hormone health without side effects. Coming up in future videos, I'll share how to create complete meal plans that incorporate these foods into your everyday life, so stay tuned. Final word from Dr. Aya, since you've just taken an important step toward understanding how food affects your hormones, circulation, and energy levels. I've seen firsthand how small changes lead to big results, and it all begins by being intentional with your nutrition. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, remember, you're not losing strength because you're aging. You're aging because your body is missing the support it needs, and that support starts with what you put on your plate. If this message helped you, or could help someone you care about, please like this video, share it with a friend or family member. Leave a comment below. I read each one and use your feedback to shape future topics. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video in this series. Together, we're redefining what it means to age with strength, clarity, and confidence. Thank you for being here, and thank you for caring about your health.